New boss, same old Chelsea, indisciplined and in a rut. Liam Rosenior sat in the stands and watched the 10-man Blues fall prey to the familiar weaknesses that helped put Enzo Maresca on the road to the exit. Sign up for the Chelsea newsletter. Thank you. Liam Rosenior was in the stands with Behdad Eghbali as Chelsea lost 2-1 to FulhamCredit. Getty. Harry Wilson's dramatic winner saw the Cottagers win their West London derbyCredit. Shutterstock Editorial. The visitors at least showed character to fight back despite being a man down, as Liam Delap cancelled out Raul JImenez's second-half opener. But Harry Wilson gave Fulham a deserved victory and showed Rosenior the size of his task. After just one win in their last 9 Premier League games, Chelsea are outside the Champions League places. And unless they improve across the board, starting with their discipline, they will stay out. Read more in Football. Maresca insisted his side did not have a temperament problem, despite racking up 6 red cards for players and 1 for him before he left on New Year's Day. Marc Cucurella's dismissal made it 7 after less than a quarter of the first game of the latest fresh start for Chelsea. Cucurella's straight red for pulling back Fulham's Harry Wilson was followed by 3 of his teammates, including captain Enzo Maresca, being booked for pointless protests. Rosenior was seated next to Chelsea Supremo Behdad Eghbali, for whom it was an uncomfortable night. Most read in Football. Best free bets and betting sign-up offers. A banner was displayed in the away end calling for club owners Blueco to leave. On the hour after Jimenez's goal, some Chelsea fans went for the less polite, FK off, Eghbali, later expanded with the phrase, "You're not welcome here." Then they launched into repeated choruses of, "We don't care about Clearlake, they don't care about us," in reference to the private equity fund which owns 61.5% of Blueco and of which Eghbali is co-founder and partner. With a few chants of the name of former owner Roman Abramovich thrown in, the Chelsea fans opposed to Rosenior's appointment and the club's direction made their point, loud and clear. The new head coach left under-21 boss Callum McFarlane to take charge of the game and chose to watch from the Riverside stand. What unfolded below Rosenior for most of the game would have looked bad from any angle. Fulham were determined to make life uncomfortable for their neighbours from the start. The home fans booed former defender Tosin Adarabioyo constantly for his defection to the Blues. Marc Cucurella made things hard for his side by receiving a straight red early on credit. Getty. He will now miss Rosenior's opening game against Charlton Credit. Getty. Chelsea ratings versus Fulham. Cucurella given brutal 1 out of 10 on woeful night for the Blues. Liam Rosenior watched on in horror as his 10-man Chelsea side were beaten by rivals Fulham. The new Blues boss saw his side pick up their 7th red card of the season, and 5th in the Premier League, as they fell to defeat at Craven Cottage. Marc Cucurella was sent off after just 21 minutes for dragging down Harry Wilson when through on goal. Raul JImenez headed the hosts in front before Liam Delap grabbed his first goal for the club to offer Rosenior a glimmer of hope. But Wilson snatched the points late on to leave Chelsea with just 1 win in 9 games. Here is how Sunsport's Lloyd Canfield rated the Blues players, and Sander Berge set the tone on the field, put in a strong challenge on Moises Caicedo that led to an early shot from Harry Wilson. Chelsea, just like under Maresca, struggled to create open play chances against a back five. But, in fairness, they did come closest to scoring thanks to another familiar factor in their season: set pieces. Fulham goalkeeper Bernd Leno only just managed to stop one Fernandes corner going straight into the net. And another delivery by the Blues captain found its way to the back post, where it hit André Santos on the shoulder and came off the underside of the bar. Harry Wilson then put Fulham ahead just before the break. Credit, Reuters. His goal was ruled out for offside by VAR. Credit, Sky Sports. Cucurella's dismissal came after Chelsea felt they had been wrongly denied another corner. Inserted Leno launched a quick, long goal kick and Wilson got on the wrong side of the Blues left back. Instead of trusting his goalkeeper to make a save, Cucurella pulled Wilson down on the edge of the box. It was a definite red card. To add to Cucurella's avoidable error, 3 of his teammates unforgivably picked up yellow cards for arguing with referee Peter Banks, Towson, Cole Palmer and, worst of all, Captain Fernandes. Stamford Bridge is falling down, sang the gleeful Fulham fans, but their players struggled to make the most of the man advantage. Raul JImenez eventually gave Fulham a second-half lead. Credit, Getty. The Mexican was delighted with his strike. Credit, Reuters. Emile Smith-Rowe fired just over the bar late in the half, but there was still time for one more bit of drama. In the 4th added minute, Wilson found the net from Raul JImenez's pass. Chelsea claimed offside against the Fulham number 8, but VAR made that debate irrelevant by showing JImenez had been just ahead of the last man earlier in the move. Fulham boss Marco Silva, himself booked in the aftermath of the red card, made an attacking change at halftime. And after Chelsea defender Joral Hato headed over from yet another Fernandes corner, JImenez struck. Fulham kept the ball well and then Berge curled in a fine cross. The Mexican got ahead of Trevor Chalobah and Robert Sanchez could only help the header into the net. Liam Delap finally hit the target for Chelsea. Credit, Getty. He had previously missed a simple chance in front of goal. Credit, Reuters. Kevin fired just wide and Hato stopped Wilson making the most of another long ball. But then the game swung as Chelsea showed their character and gained the upper hand. Leno made good saves from Delap and Cole Palmer before a corner finally paid off. Anthony Robinson could only help Pedro Neto's delivery onto his own back post and Delap reacted quickest to score from close range. Wilson then did manage to score late on, and this time it was not offside. Credit, EPA. The winger's fine form continued as Fulham bagged bragging rights in West London. Credit, Shutterstock Editorial. The away fans changed their tune, at least for a while, before singing the anti-Clearlake chant again. But back came Fulham. Delap and Sanchez combined to deny JImenez. But moments later the ball fell to Wilson and he stroked a right-footed shot into the net. Recommended stories. There's only one team in Fulham, sang the home fans. Welcome to Chelsea, Liam. Callum McFarlane was unable to replicate his strong performance against Man City. Credit, AP. Rosenior has plenty of things to figure out ahead of his debut this weekend. Credit, AP.